In other news tonight, a follow-up on a murder that made major headlines 4 years ago. The mother of the rapper killed that day in the Gold Coast is suing another rapper. She claims that he and his record labels profited from the 2020 shooting. NBC5's Chela Vacheski has the story.
It is one of Chicago's most exclusive retail corridors, Oak Street, just off Michigan Avenue. But in August of 2020, Oak Street became a murder scene when Carlton Weekly, also known by his rap name Fbg Duck, was gunned down while shopping for a birthday gift for his son.
Not a day goes by that I don't think about him.
Now his family is coming forward with a lawsuit, trying to tie his murder to another Chicago rapper, Durk Banks, who goes by the name Lil Durk.
Our complainant law lays out that a $100,000 bounty was placed on the life of Fbg Duck to have him killed.
A bounty that was the result of a rivalry between two violent South Side gangs, one of them called the O Block. 6 O Block gang members were convicted of Weekly's death in January.
These individuals murdered Mr. Weekly as part of their effort to maintain or increase their position in the O Block.
The lawsuit alleges Durk's OTF label and other music companies affiliated with it profited from the gang war, fueled by social media and drill rap music.
The threatening, the killing, and then the celebration of the killing and the continued killing, all on the name of profit.
Attorneys say they want to send a message to the record industry.
As a company, when you realize that you have a dangerous product and you pushing that dangerous product out to the public, you have a responsibility to ensure that that dangerous product does not injure or hurt or harm anyone.
We reached out to the record companies involved, including the Universal Music Group, but have yet to receive a response. The lawsuit also alleges misconduct by the city of Chicago, claiming it took more than 17 minutes for Weekly to receive medical attention. On Oak Street, Charlie Wojciechowski, NBC5 News.
Carlton Weekly, aka Fbg Duck, was standing in line outside of Dolce & Gabbana when 2 vehicles pulled up on the side of the road. 2 males from the first car jumped out and started shooting at Duck. Duck tried to find cover, but 2 males exited from the second car and shot at Duck, leaving him trapped. The shooting lasted about 12 seconds and 38 shots was fired. Duck was shot 16 times but was still alive as he laid on the ground dying. Approximately 1 month prior to his murder, Duck released a song called Dead Bitches, right? In that song, he dissed multiple rival gang members. And many say this is possibly the motivation for that mafia-style hit. Who knows? But stick around, because it's a plot twist that you won't see coming. Now hear me out. On a beautiful day in Chicago, August the 4th, 2020, Fbg Duck hit up a friend in the early afternoon to give him a ride to a nearby KFC. When Duck arrived at KFC, he called his girlfriend to meet him up there. About 5 minutes later, she fell through like an avalanche. So then, boom. And Duck dove in the passenger side, and they was on their way to her residence. If you're wondering why Duck jumped car to car and used 2 people for transportation, it's because he knew he had bread on his head, so it was a certain way he moved through the city when he was navigating through the city, you know what I'm talking about? So while Duck at his girlfriend's house, they ate, watched some TV, kicked the bobo. So then Duck asked his girlfriend, what should he get his son for his birthday, and suggested that they go down to the Gold Coast to shop. But being that he was big clout, you know what I'm saying, high profile, whatever, she suggested that he just go ahead and shop online one time. Even though Duck's son's birthday was only a week away on August the 11th, he was still afraid that his gifts wouldn't arrive on time, and he didn't want to pay extra for that expedited shipping. So he convinced her that he'd be in and out like a robbery, so she like, all right, bet, boom. So around 3:30, she drove him to the Gold Coast. If you're not familiar with the Gold Coast is a luxury area of Chicago with many luxury stores and restaurants. Most of Duck enemies resided in Parkway Gardens, a low-income housing project which was nicknamed O Block after the slain resident by the name of O.D. Perry in 2011. O Block was like 30 minutes away from the Gold Coast, and being that the Gold Coast was like an affluent area, Duck probably figured that they won't be up on that, you know what I'm saying, down there with them people. So boom, Duck slide in Milani's boutique, a luxury clothing store for children, right? And his girlfriend stayed parked outside. So Duck got in there and came Gavinci for his son and bought a pair of socks for $250. So once he left the store, he got in his girlfriend's car and told her he wanted to buy something from Dolce & Gabbana. So his girlfriend moved the car across the street in front of the store. Duck got out and had to stand in line outside the store, being that they had the COVID-19 restriction, and they was only letting a handful of people in the store at a time. A white female stood in front of Duck and a black male stood behind it. The black male asked Duck, how long have you been standing in line? Duck on point like a bow and arrow eyed him suspiciously. After Duck came to the realization that he wasn't a potential threat, Duck replied that he'd been waiting for 20 minutes and went back to looking at his Instagram account on his phone. At approximately 4:26 p.m., a black Ford Fusion and a gray Chrysler arrived at Dolce & Gabbana. Two males exited from the passenger side of the Fusion and started shooting at Duck as he stood on the sidewalk. Then two males exited from the passenger side of the Chrysler and got to blowing at Duck. At this point, Duck was lying on the ground with multiple gunshot wounds. One individual stood over Duck and shot him some more time. When police arrived on the scene, they asked Duck where was he shot. Duck replied, everywhere. 40 minutes would pass between the time Duck was shot and when he arrived at the hospital. Now what the whole drill community is in agreement with is, if the police had been more responsive to give urgent care, it's possible that Duck could have survived. It would take over a year for arrests to be made in the Fbg Duck murder. Whole China fans was already assuming that O-Block was the culprits behind his murder. Some feel that the Dead Bitches song was the straw that broke the camel back. Others mention $100K courtesy of Kingvon. But according to FBI report, this the real reason he was ambushed and killed. Check it out. While Duck shopped at the Milani boutique, there was another black male in the store that kept staring at Duck. Now Duck noticed the man staring at him but didn't know who he was, so he thought nothing of it. Probably thought he was a fan. But when Duck left Milani's, Homeboy was still watching Duck every move. So Homeboy slid out of Milani's and slid into Montclair store, which was down the street and across the street from Dolce & Gabbana. As the man stood in the window of the Montclair store, he made a phone call. He was speaking in such a wild and agitated state that the security guard had to record. There have been numerous theft attempts at the store within the past week, so the security guard was skeptical of the frantic man. The man who made the phone call was Ralph Turbin, aka THFTs. THF stands for Trigger Happy Family. It's a gang faction in Chicago that are enemies with STL and EBT and have ties with multiple factions of black disciples, which includes sets from O-Block. THFTs, he called a man named D-Thang. Now D-Thang, Lil Durk blood brother. Now THFTs, he told D-Thang that Fbg Duck was chasing him around with a gun and was go kill him. So D-Thang pushed the button. So D-Thang made a phone call to someone residing in O-Block, and ultimately 6 individuals who were at the O-Block residence got in 2 cars and drove to the Gold Coast to get rid of Duck. The individuals was Marcus Smart, Muwop, Charles Liggins, C. Murder, Kenneth Robertson, Kenny Mack, Carlos Offer, Los, Christopher Thomas, C. Murder, Ezeal Rawls, Zell Munna, who allegedly self-destructed before arrests were even made. After 4:26 p.m., THFTZ would walk down the street to get a better look at Fbg Duck lying on the ground dying. He then sent a text message to his baby mama with 3 laughing emojis. Now the reason THFTZ wanted Duck dead was because Duck had a romantic relationship with TZ baby mama a few years ago, and TZ was still jealous over that. I guess he couldn't get over the fact that Duck was sliding his baby mama like the song he made, and I guess that ain't sit too well with him. So instead of handling his own business, he lied to the members and had them do the deed for him. It's speculative that Duck killers didn't come to save TZ life because they wanted Duck dead regardless. Many speculated that Duck had a $100K bounty on his head from his personal shooters getting up with T-Roy, Kingvon best friend. That right there is a never-ending cycle that keeps continuing till everyone's gone. However, despite TZ getting his revenge for jealousy, he still got charged with murder and conspiracy to commit murder. So at the time, TZ probably was feeling like, damn, okay, I got him out the way for sliding my baby mama, right? But I guess he failed to realize when he sit down and do that life sentence, they gonna be sliding through her like a credit card, you hear me? I know for sure Duck wouldn't have died that day if he wasn't tender-dicked in a bitch. Lil Durk ain't even from O-Block, for real, he from Lamron Tay-Town. Mentioning him is like throwing some spaghetti on the wall and see what stick. It was niggas that got on that stand and mentioned Durk's name, but I ain't gonna get into the Pacific. And I feel, me personally, the same hate that TZ harbors for Duck, a lot of people got that for Durk too. So contrary to popular belief, man, them boys ain't get $100K. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, man. They probably paid TZ and Scooby snacks or some type of shit, man. But the mother boys had public defenders. Only one of them had a real lawyer. And this real talk right here, this ain't no fabricated blog or YouTube made up bullshit. They had the phone records, bro. TZ called D-Thang. Rest in peace, D-Thang ain't here no more. Them niggas locked up forever. And now Von and Duck gone. While most goons will go back to the trenches to stand by the latest killer. And when Durk go back to the likes of the trenches, it seems like he's surrounded around mayors and assistant prosecutors and shit like that. People of power and stature. He trying to tell y'all he playing with a little power right now. Y'all just saying him on power. And as of right now, Durk in a state of unbothered. All the threats being made towards his bag online. He getting that Montel Jordan. This is how we do it. And Smirk said, It feel good not to be in drama and not be into the bullshit. My name's Stan Clean and I've been doing good, getting money, making music. Keep going. So basically, he letting y'all know his name's Stan Clean. He ain't into the bullshit and the drama y'all can miss him with all that shit. He ain't handing out no free handouts. He ain't giving none of that out. You gonna have to get it like Tyson. Shit, we can't be mad at Mama Duck for trying to get in where she fit in and shoot her shot. But if that motherfucker get blocked and pinned up against the backboard, it is what it is. But she might be on to something for suing the city for leaving Duck out there like that, cause that was bogus as hell. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and tell a friend and tell a friend. And I'll catch you in the next one up top. Special shout out to LaCrystal Hendricks and Miss Duval. Appreciate y'all. 100 Drill Time TV. I'm out.
Probably ran through about 100 bands. That might be shit that you can't understand at all. And when they pitching, it be underhand. Let's keep going. Probably ran through about 100 bands. This might be shit that they can't understand. And when they pitching, it be underhand. And I can't take it, kept my foot on niggas' neck so long, I just might break it, not being complacent. But nothing short of amazing. It ain't always about what's up in the pictures, how you take it. It ain't always about what's up in the mixtures, how you shake it. Shorty said she had a cake for a nigga, I'm about to bake it now. Round down, risking the door like I had to take it. Probably going through a million things, don't know what I've been thinking. But they know that I've been blinking. This ain't about trying to get raking, but I'm bossed up, no toss up lately, cause they be crossing up lately. So I gotta protect mine, you gotta respect mine. I'll meet the tech 9. But it's all good, baby, I'm all in. Like the money, I'm just letting it fall in. Check it. I'm hard body, if you ain't know, then you know it now. Had to get blowing trees, man, it slow me down. I'm like, this shit ain't adding up. Where's the high beams? I need this shit to come together like a Siamese. Rap about what these niggas seen. We branded in real life. You said it on DSPs. We out here taking risks, we taking trips. Somebody get a mattress, I've been making flips. Somebody hand me a bet, I'm about to send this bitch. My nigga rolling off a flat in here, end your shit. I stumbled over a block, humbled, don't leave a cop and bubbled over the top. Who you know the turn 4 in the 16 that'll make heads spin 2 versional split screen. Like Hollywood, I got big dreams. They think the nigga always had it, it just ain't what the shit seemed.